Alright, welcome back to season 3 of our show, and today it's lamb chops, loin lamb chops. We're showing you how to use fennel today to accompany these beautiful loin lamb chops. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Okay, so today it is lamb chops. Now we're pan frying up these lamb chops for you guys today, and we're just going to show you how to season these. So before we get into our lamb chops, let's make a little dry rub to go along with these. So right here I have some fennel, coriander seed, this is dry rosemary and black pepper, and we have a little salt over here. So the salt I never put in any rubs, so don't ever put the salt in your rubs because you want to change the amount of salt that you use. You're cooking fish, for example, the dry salt on the fish, you might want to leave a little less. So let's start off with our rub. I'm going in with fennel. Now the majority of this mix is going to be fennel, because we're using this on the chop and it's the star of the show. So anytime you make a rub and you have a fennel rub, the star of it always has to be 75% or more of what you're using. Now we're going in with our coriander. Now this rub is made especially for these lamb chops. And there's our dry rosemary. I got black peppercorn. And what I'm going to do is go in with probably half of this. And there you have it. Always mix your rubs right before they go onto the meat. Just going to pulse them. And then hit it hard. And then check it to see where you are. So I'm using an average coffee grinder here. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to check this out, see if I want it like this. Now this is going to leave a little texture on that, and I want this smoother, more powdery. And the reason why you're pulsing it is to bring everything up from the bottom, the hard parts. So do I want this? Nope, I'm going to go a little bit more. And then hit it. Alright, and the smell that comes off of this is just beautiful. So I'm going to show you this in my hand now, and that's how you want that. That's how I want it anyway. You guys might want it a little bit more gritty, but we're using that today. Alright, so I'm going to move this off to the side. Now over here I have its mother. I have a fennel plant. And these fennel plants, they grow flowers. Now where I'm at, I'm in the south. It's very hot, very humid. And this grows mostly in Mediterranean areas and places like where I live. I live in the south, southern states of the United States. Perfect for growing this right now. So this is readily available where I'm at. There's a bunch of local growers that actually grow this. And my neighbor just happened to grow this down the block and gave it to me. So this is what we're using today, because in the south we do share things. So you don't want to use the top part of this, as we'll get into this later on. You just want to use the bulb of it, and we'll show you how to do that. And it accompanies well with the lamb we're using. So the dry seed tastes completely different than the actual plant itself that it comes from. And we'll show you that later on because we're pairing it up with this. So let's get this seasoned. I'm just going to remove this and just start to sprinkle my powder on it. Now you want to always do this right before you use it. I'm going to let this sit out and marinate for a little bit. And what I like to do is whatever oil I'm frying in, I'll hit it with the oil. And just make sure all this rubs right in. Help it just break up a little bit more and marinate into the meat. So we got our fennel, our black pepper in here, remember? And now we're going to hit it with some salt. That's why I say you don't want to put the salt in your rubs, because depending on what you're using, if this was, let's say, fish, for example, or shrimp, I wouldn't do it at all. But if I was going to put some salt onto things, I wouldn't use that much. All right, so now we just turn them all over, just like this. And using a different hand, because now this was a custom rub. So your custom rubs, they're like your gold rubs in your house. Especially if you're using a custom rub for things like lamb where you don't make it that often, you don't want to contaminate it and make it all go to waste. So I'm just going to use my other hand for it. The hand that I seasoned with in the first place. Or if I didn't season with that one, you just want to use a hand that's just clean and you don't want to touch meat and go back into your rubs with it. There's some cheap rubs you can throw right away in the garbage, or if it's a fresh rub, you can kind of hold it for a little bit. But if it's a nice special rub to go on lamb, you want to hold that rub. Now, for you guys that ask me the ratios, I just go indifferent. Every time I do something, it's always different ratios because, I mean, who's got time to sit around and measure? Use your taste, feel it out, and like I always say, make it yours. Because the only person that's going to eat it is you and your family, so make it nice for you and your family. Some people might not want this type of rub. Some people might just not like the taste of this. And for those of you that don't know what this tastes like, it kind of has like a licorice flavor to it. It smells excellent, but I feel it complements that lamb perfectly. All right, so we got this seasoned. We're gonna let this marinate for a little bit, hit it with just a little oil before we go on, and we'll meet you right back here, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our chops nice and marinated up over here, and we got some pasta over here. So this is what we're doing today. We're making a pasta to go along with these beautiful lamb chops, and we're gonna do a fennel, and that's what we're doing today. Got some bacon here, I got a slab of it. Now this is a slab that I cure myself. It's raw bacon. Even though it's cured and smoked, it's still raw. It was cold smoked on my cold smoker. And we've got a couple of cold smoke videos. We can leave a link in the description just to a couple of those videos, just so you know how we did that. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is take some garlic and take some onion. And we're just gonna crush our garlic down, just give it a quick smash. Now this is gonna go into our pasta. And the reason why we're using the pasta today is because I figured it would just go good with the lamb. Use what you like. If you want to use rice or anything else, you can do that too. Not with this recipe. You can't put all this stuff inside rice because it's just not going to work out too good for you. All right, so we're going to give our garlic a little chop. Just like that. And we're going to put it right into our pan. So let's get this over, and then right in it goes. Now we're just going to chop our onion up. Now these are half onions. They came like that, and I cut them in half. And now what you want to do is just go down just like that. And just like that, that's how you want them. Into the basket they go. Give them a quick rough chop. Now I like to dice mine that way because I like how they fall into the pasta. So I'm just going to do a couple of these at the same time. And then right into the basket they go. Okay. And now it's time for this guy. So I'm just going to move our lamb to the side. So a lot of these things on here, like the hairs on here, I like to use these for garnish. You really can't do much with them. If I'm making a soup, I'll put them in the soups. But they don't really taste like much. I know they look like dill, but they taste nothing like it. So we're just going to put a couple of these off to the side, just for garnish. Now the rest of this, you want to just cut all of this off, because it's useless. So I'm going to take all this off, discard it, and now we're going to get down to the bulb. So on the back of this is the end of the stalk here, so you just want to cut that off. And now we're going to get into this. I'm going to take a little bit more of these off right here and get into the heart of this. So now I'm going to cut in half, and now we're in the middle. Now, there's a core in the middle of here, like a cabbage. And what you'll do is just take your knife and cut that core right out of there. Now, in 2 seconds, it's out of there. And anything around it that you can see that you can save, like this piece here, just save it. Because there's not much to this. All right, so now that our core is out of here, we're gonna cut again, just like that. And what I like to do is just make nice, thin pieces, just like that. And I'm gonna put these guys, you can see them, and I put them right into the basket. And do the same thing with this one. Now this is a hard vegetable, so you're gonna have to put some pressure on it. Not too much, but you'll have to put a little bit of pressure on it. And like I said, here's the core right here. It looks just like a cabbage. Just take your knife, the tip of it, and get that right out of there. It should come right out. All right, here we go. Half it. A lot of people don't cook with this because they don't know what to do with it. Now you can bake this, you can put it in the oven, put some olive oil on it, and put it right in the oven for an hour at 400 degrees, salt and pepper, olive oil. Comes out beautiful. So we're just gonna give it a little toss, just like that. And then here's the powder that we saved, the rub that we saved. I'm just gonna put that in there because the dry seed, the fennel seed, works great right on the fennel itself because there are 2 different flavors in there. So we're just gonna flavor that right off the bat, just like that, and that's it. We're give it a mix. All right, so we're gonna put this off to the side. And let's bring in some bacon. Now this is our slab bacon for the pasta, just for the pasta alone. So what I'll do is come down and thinly slice this, just like this. That's what you want, nice thin strips. Now this still has the rind on it, so we're slicing it just like bacon, because basically that's what it is, bacon. Get it as thin as you can, because it will cook beautifully, and that's what you want. So you want a nice thin piece just like that. And now you just want to bring out a little depth of flavor in here, but you don't want it to be overpowered by this piece of meat. So now that we got it like that, we're just going to put them together, stack them, get it nice and even, and just get strips like this. About a 1/2 inch thick. 1/2 inch wide rather. And there it is. Now we'll just put this off to the side, and now we're ready to go outside and start cooking, so stick around. All right, time to start cooking. So this is what we have. This is our setup. I got my lamb chops over here. I got some tallow beef over here. I got our bacon, the vegetables, and this is my setup on here. So we're on the burners. I'm letting that tallow melt down, and I'm letting that water heat up. So in with our vegetables we go. That's the first thing you want to get on. And just make sure we coat those pretty good. And we're going to go in on one side with our bacon. Just like that. Now I want my bacon to just kind of melt down in here. That's why I sliced it thin. I don't want it to be like thick cuts of bacon, and I want it to still have some life in it. So while we're doing that, We just want everything just to mellow out in there. So give that a quick shake. And now our grease is heating up for our lamb chops. So I'm going to get one lamb chop in, just to see where I'm at. My grease looks pretty good. I'm going to start to get them all in. Starting to smell good out here. I tell you, I love cooking outside. Nothing beats just cooking outside. I mean, it's just a wonderful place to cook. And you're not trapped inside. And if you love what you do, like I do, it's just a great place to be. Now this is a 14-inch pan. It's a big boy. And I think I'm going to get all these lamb chops in. And I don't have to worry about missing any. I'm right on time with this. Look at that. And as they shrink down, just going to give that pan a little shake. And as they shrink down, I'll have more room. All right, back to our veggies. So let's just give that little shake. Nothing too crazy. Now let's just incorporate our bacon. Now this fennel, make no mistake, it's going to take some time to cook down. It's not a soft vegetable. It's going to take you about a good 10-15 minutes to cook this down. I'd say more on the 15-minute side. And just, I'm starting it off fast, but I'm going to lower my heat as I go along. So I'm going to show you the flame on here. This is the flame, that's on high, so it's about where you want to be. That's high, that's about where you want to be. So just going to leave that on there, and I'm going to let our lamb chops cook away. And when it's time to flip this, I'll meet you back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're time to turn our lamb chops. We're just going to rotate the pan around, so this way they all get coated nicely, just like that. And I got this on high heat. And let's just turn our chops. Look at those, beautiful. Get them right over. Now I'm going to start to rotate some of these, so I'm going to start to move some out in the middle on the hotter spots and slide them to the side. Bring those ones right in the middle. Look at that, beautiful. Get your pan tilted so this way all that oil goes from one section to the pan to the other. And just get them all turned over. Believe me, you won't dry them out. This lamb is very forgiving. So just get the ones in the middle that need cooking. And again, I'm going to just work with my pan. And don't be afraid to lift your pan. All right, here we go. Let's get these out. And these guys in. Got one in the middle right there. And that one right there. And I think we're looking pretty good. All right, we're going to meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to deglaze this pan. A little white wine. Just like that. A little bit more. And now my pan is deglazing. I just want to see where I'm at. And we're looking pretty good. All right, now we're going to take this and just drop it real low. While that's in there, let's go back to our lamb chops. And it's time to get some of these out of here. So I'm just going to take out some of these that I feel are done. Here we go. Take a look at those guys. Beautiful. So just take out the ones that you feel are done. Move the rest in the center here. And let those cook a little bit more. Rock the pan on them. That'll also help get out a lot of that moisture that's in there. And let them go. All right, we'll meet you right back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to get these out of here. And just like that, they're done. It's like cooking little steaks. And put that one back in because it's not brown enough yet. And that one could use a little bit more browning. That's it. And just like that, the cooking is over. All right, that's one down. We got to finish our pasta and we'll meet you back here, so don't go anywhere. All right, so our bacon and our fennel is almost ready. Let's get our pasta in. It's going to take about 10 minutes in there. By the time that's done, into that fennel it goes, and we'll meet you back here, so don't go anywhere. All right, so our pasta is almost done, and look at this beautiful sauce we cooked down for that. Look at those vegetables, they cooked down beautiful. That's how you want that. So they're just chilling out right now. I got this stove on just low, and we're still cooking, so make no mistake, these will take a while to cook down. I'm about 15 minutes in now, so I figured 10 to 15, but actually went about 15 and more. So just let them cook down and just do an occasional flip. You don't have to do what I just did by flipping them. You could take a spoon and just turn them over. Very easy. You don't have to flip them. Just like that. And just lift your pan just like that so they just even out. All right, we'll meet you right back here when that goes in there, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we are done. So what we're gonna do is get our pasta right in here. You don't want to strain it because it's not going to absorb all that beautiful juice in there. So we're just going to get all that pasta right into there. Just like that. Give me just a second here. Let's give that a little turn. And then right into the bowl we got. Oh, I still have some more pasta in here, so I'm just going to get that out of here and into the pan just to absorb everything that's in there. And that's what you want to do. So you don't want to ever rinse your pasta. And don't ever oil the water either, because it's not going to absorb everything that's in here. Once you oil the water, pasta no longer will take on any flavor. It's done. And it doesn't help the pasta and keep it from sticking. So, just like that. Alright, now that we got that in there, just got to give that a little toss. And then into the bowl we go. All right, turn our water off. We give this a stir. Look at that, beautiful. And then we're going to go inside and add a little feta in here. And that's going to be a beautiful warm pasta salad. All right, we'll meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, season 3 chopping block. Lamb chops with fennel. Let's show you what we got. Look at those guys. And we're going to show you a beautiful pasta we made on the side too, because we need to finish things off. So here's our pasta. I'm going to give this just a little mix. Came out beautiful. And what we'll do is, this was that greenery that came from the fennel plant itself. It's got a slight fennel taste to it, but we're just going to chop up just a little bit. Get it nice and fluffy there. This is how I plate up. Put it right on the top. I'm going to move this off to the side. Put a lot of fennel in here because I love fennel. All right, here's all of our feta. And I'm just going to put the fennel over the top of it. Just like that. And there it is. Nice and simple. Now I'm going to see if I have any more here. And I'm just going to take it and just pluck it and put it over top like that. And there you have it. Alright, so now it's time for these chops. And let's see what we got going on with these chops. So we'll just take them, get them over onto the bench. Now with this, we're going to serve this family style. So we're just going to take this garnish and just put it on the top, just like that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can you? Now let's plate up and show you what all this looks like together on a plate. Now, even though we're serving family style, I'm still going to show you guys what this looks like all plated up. So let's take our plate, get our plate in here. We're going to take some of this beautiful pasta salad with all that beautiful fennel in there and plate this. Can't go wrong with all that. I'm going to take a little garnish from this one. I'm going to steal a little garnish and put it right on top of here. Just like that. And let's get a couple of these nice little chops. Put them here. Just set them up. Just like that. We'll go on an angle with them. This way everybody's comfortable and they got enough of these little guys. These are a beautiful way to have them, especially in the summertime. Alright, so what we'll do from here, I'm gonna steal some of this garnish and go right in here with it. Whoop. I like that. Now this was the juice that came out of the pan. What I did was I mixed it with a little clarified butter. And this is what we're going to drizzle right on top of here. Some beautiful clarified butter and that sauce. So basically we just made a little sauce out of butter and the drippings that were in here. And that's what you want. And there it is. Beautiful. All right, we're going to get organized. But before we do that, we're going to go for a little pitmaster taste on one of these guys in here. Let's go for a little pitmaster taste on this lamb chop. See how this is. Excellent. All right, we're going to go organize. Meet you guys right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is. Lamb chops at their best, using fennel. And you can definitely taste all that herbaceousness coming right from those lamb chops and that rub that we put on there. You can smell all the aromatics coming from that rub. And it's just a spectacular way to use the fennel. I hope you guys try this one, and I hope you guys enjoy. Until the next time, thank you guys. We enjoyed you coming. With no further ado, got to get another pitmaster taste there.